Tennessee under Josh Heupel has been pretty consistent. Now they're facing an Oklahoma Sooners team that under Brent Venables has been hit or miss. Now they're both 6-2. Tennessee is currently ranked number 14th in the nation, and Oklahoma is ranked 18th. This isn't an early season hit. This is hey, there's still some college football playoff implications from this game. On top of the fact of that Josh Heupel grew up in the Oklahoma system, then became a head coach and learned a Texas system that has carried him to national prominence and just needing the right people here and there to get to the right places. Brent Venables, on the other hand, has people constantly talking about him being in the hot seat because he is hit or miss. Now, both these teams are good teams. Tennessee's lost to Alabama and Georgia, two teams that are pretty much guaranteed to be getting into the college football playoff unless something weird happens. And Brent Venables lost to Ole Miss. That is another team that is most likely going to the college football playoff and is a juggernaut right now. Then you've got the loss to Texas. Texas that is being hit or miss because unfortunately Arch Manning has not been living up or did not live up to the hype that everybody put on him. So they're going to be clashing in Neyland Stadium. Last year, Josh Heupel won in Oklahoma Stadium, but it turned out to be to a team that just couldn't get its footing. Oklahoma is fighting to get back to the powerhouse that they want to be, and they're looking pretty strong. So we're going to cover what this game is by the numbers. We're not doing this looking at emotion or anything like that, even though I am a Tennessee ball fanatic. I grew up about an hour south of Neyland Stadium. Tennessee is, I wear orange and white constantly, so I am a Tennessee fanatic. But we're going to look at this as the numbers. We're going to look at it via what these two teams are. So, if you like SEC football, if you like college football, if you like college sports, which, by the way, I kind of been cheering on Oklahoma a little bit, even though in the women's gymnastics side, not in the football side. Hit like, hit subscribe, because I'm going to cover these things. So, let's get into what this game's going to be.
Hey folks, this is Paul with Redneck Sports. I want to thank you for viewing my video, and I want to give you one thought process. There was a famous coach at the University of Tennessee by the name of General Robert Neyland. He had 6 maxims, but number 2 maxim is what everybody should apply to their life. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That's how to live your life right there.
Since the Sooners are visiting, we're going to cover them first. John Mateer is looking like he's going to be playing in this game. So, after an injury he had earlier on, 150 of 236 attempts, 1,790 yards through the air. He's got 8 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 13 sacks. This offensive line has not been as good as it needs to be, and John Mateer is throwing almost as many interceptions as he throws touchdowns. But at the same time, Michael Hawkins has thrown 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, but has been sacked 3 times. Now, rushing, Torrey Blaylock, 93 carries, 401 yards, 4 touchdowns. John Mateer, 78 carries, 226 yards, 5 touchdowns. Xavier Robinson's got 3 touchdowns. Michael Hawkins Jr.'s got a touchdown. Javante Barnes got a touchdown. So they got 14 touchdowns on the ground. Through the air, Isaiah Satigna has got 5 touchdowns, 43 catches, 624 yards. Deion Burke's got 2. Keontez Lewis has got 2. Xavier Robinson's got 1. With 11 through the air. So, That's that. Now on defense, and a lot of people have been talking about this is a vaunted defense. Brent Venables supposed to be a defensive-minded individual. He's got 29 sacks on opposing quarterbacks, which is really good. 28 pass deflections, 3 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery. They're not bad on the defensive line, not good, but they are getting the sacks that they very good at being able to get to opposing quarterbacks. They just can't force fumbles, and they can deflect. Leading tacklers, Kip Lewis, 43 tackles, half a sack, got a pass deflection. Robert Spears Jennings got 35 tackles. Owen Heineke, linebacker, 33 tackles, 1 sack, got 4 pass deflections. In other words, this is pretty solid defense. Their offensive line could be a heck of a lot better. When it comes to penalties, we're talking 52 penalties, 464 yards, about 58 yards a game. Could be a little bit more disciplined, but their offense is not getting to the end zone like they need to. I mean, but still, them having 25 touchdowns at this point, and you take a look what they've done. Okay, they beat Illinois State. It wasn't miraculous. They did beat Michigan, who is a scary team this year. They beat Temple at Temple 42-3. And let me tell you something, if you ain't following Temple, what Casey Keeler is doing there just in his first year is pretty darn impressive. Beat Auburn. At the time, Auburn was ranked. Beat Kent State, but then again, no, beating Kent State's like beating an FCS school. Texas, they lost 23-6, so there's chinks in that armor. Then they beat South Carolina pretty convincingly, and this is a very down South Carolina team. Then they just lost this past week to Ole Miss in a close game, 34-26. So they can score, but their scorings, even against opponents like Illinois State and Kent State, isn't anywhere near what you would think. It's their defense that's keeping them in these games. And their defense, let me tell you something, their defense ain't something to not pay attention to. Now, my beloved Vols. Joey Aguilar is 166 at 252, 2,344 yards through the air. He's got 18 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Unfortunately, one of those was a heartbreaker at Alabama, but hey, he's doing far better than he had been doing at App State. Only been sacked 8 times, which is kind of good. Jake Merklinger's thrown 2 touchdowns, so they got 23 touchdowns through the air, 2,571 yards through the air. Now, on the ground, Deshaun Bishop, 91 carries, 652 yards, 9 touchdowns. Star Thomas, 75 carries, 418 yards, 5 touchdowns. Peyton Lewis, 53 carries, 227 yards, 6 touchdowns. Joey Aguilar's got 2 rushing touchdowns. Dwayne Morris has got a touchdown. 23 on the ground. This is an offense that knows how to score. Now, receiving, Chris Brazzell, 43 catches, 740 yards, 8 touchdowns. Braylon Staley, 47 catches, 628 yards, 3 touchdowns. Mike Matthews, 3 touchdowns. Miles Kitselman, 2 touchdowns. Star Thomas, 2 touchdowns. Ethan Davis and Jack Van Dorsler both have a touchdown. We got 20 through the air. So we got 43 touchdowns. So we know how to score. Now, our defense, 27 sacks on opposing quarterbacks. Not much worse than what they got going on at Soonerland. They got 30 pass deflections. A little bit better. Not a lot, but a little bit better. We got 5 interceptions. That is better. And we've scored on 2 of those interceptions. Think about that for a minute. We're scoring on our interceptions, and we got a little bit more. We got 14 forced fumbles and 9 fumble recoveries. That's far better than what's going on at Soonerland. Now, Arian Carter, our best tackler, this guy is a game time decision right now. He's got 61 tackles, 1 sack, 1 pass deflection, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery. Edwin Spillman has got 49 tackles, 1 sack, 1 pass deflection. Edries Farouk's got 45 tackles, 2 pass deflections, 1 interception that he took back for a touchdown, 45-yard touchdown, and 1 forced fumble. Starting to see what's going on here. This is really good defense. Tim Banks, they've been bending, not breaking. Now, penalty-wise, you're looking at 60 penalties, 502 yards, 62 per game. Same time, considering some of the things that gets noticed, yeah. But looking at this game, you've got a team here that knows how to score and's got a comparable, if not a little bit better in certain areas, defense. Now, our schedule has been pretty darn good. We beat Syracuse. Now, unfortunately, Steve Angeli's been hurt, so that doesn't look as good as it did then. We beat East Carolina State by a lot. Georgia, unfortunately, was a loss in overtime because our kicker missed a field goal, unfortunately. We beat UAB pretty badly. Mississippi State won overtime, 41-34. Arkansas, 34-31. Arkansas's been playing teams close, but they ain't been able to get there. Alabama, we lost 37-20, sadly. And then we just whooped up on Kentucky, a Kentucky team that has been scaring other teams, 56-34. So, yeah, pretty comparable teams between Oklahoma and the Sooners, or Oklahoma and Tennessee, except for the fact of scoring and a little bit better on defensive line. Now, this is going to be at Neyland Stadium. Neyland Stadium is amazing. That's going to be a lot of this. Josh Heupel, the whole history of him in Oklahoma. He should have been the head coach at Oklahoma, but he went a different path, and in all honesty, I think he's better for it. But still, even though a lot of those people that are coming into this game on the coaching staff are personal friends of his, it doesn't mean that he doesn't want to beat Oklahoma. This is personal to him. Brent Venables is looking at having a far better record than what he had last year. But at the same time, he's coming into a hostile environment with the coach that's going to be hostile towards him. And in all honesty, while yes, the defense for Oklahoma is amazing, they've still got some chinks in their armor. They aren't quite as good at pass defense. They aren't quite as good at forcing fumbles. They got a worse offensive line. Joey Aguilar is far more electric when it comes to playing football. Even in the losses, he's far more electric. I'm looking at that my beloved Vols should be able to win this game. And I'm saying that by the numbers. I ain't saying it because, well, I'm a Vol fanatic. I'm saying it because you look at the numbers, you look at the games, you look at the scoring. Tennessee is far more prepared to win this game, and it just means more. Yes, SEC humor. When it comes to Tennessee beating the Sooners, because this is going to be the Josh Heupel series, as long as he's here, and anytime we play Oklahoma, he's going to be looking at beating them. I like this game. This is going to be an interesting one, and I hope you're watching. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.
I want to thank you for watching my video. And if you like what you saw, like, subscribe, and comment. Y'all have a good day now.